Alright, hey everybody. I'm here to do a review of the SNOO. And if you see my arm moving, I'm just sort of swinging the baby right now as I'm talking. So I wanted to do a review of the SNOO because I kind of wish there was a review similar to what I'm talking about. So I figure I might as well do it. So my baby right now is almost 2 months. Next week she will be 2 months. And I got the SNOO because for my first daughter, who's not yet almost two, it was really hard to take care of her. She was a very fussy baby. She was also very colicky and she would not swaddle at all. And my friend, who recently had twins at the time, close to me as my firstborn, told me about the SNOO, and she had twins and she was kind of handling them, and I just thought, you know, she seems far more calm than me, so I'm not sure what the secret is. And she told me about the SNOO. And so I thought, you know what, if I have another kid, which I wanted to, then I should definitely invest in this. And when I got pregnant with my second, I decided to start looking for the SNOO. I was kind of looking at secondhand options, but I was able to buy a new one for a fairly good price, as I know they go on sale around spring with Indigo. So we've kind of stopped using the SNOO, and she's not even 2 months yet. So this is because, and I mean, this is part of the review, like, it's the biggest thing is that it's a gamble. You're spending a lot of money, but it's definitely a gamble. So with my baby, it was good for the first 2 weeks, even 3, I would say. She wouldn't go on it every time. I'd say like 50% of the time, and then it became 40%, 30%, 20%, 10%. What was happening was that, you know, I was doing everything right. I was putting her to sleep. We had already swaddled her, and then we would click her on and start the SNOO. And within a matter of seconds or minutes, she would just wake up. She would wake up and she would not be happy. So she is not a super swaddly baby to begin with, kind of similar to my last one, but a little bit better than my last one actually. She is decent with the swaddle, but not like crazy into it. So that's the main thing. Like the first 2 to 3 weeks, it's been really good, and I was like, wow, this is a magic maker. You know, it's, you know, just the fact that it's helping me 50% of the time is amazing, because it's like I can get sleep the first 50% of the times, most of the time, without having to lay with her the whole time. And now that she's almost 2 months, like, honestly, you work so hard to put a baby to sleep. You're exhausted at all times. And you know, you have her swaddled, you put her down, and she wakes up within seconds. And it doesn't matter if it goes all the way to level 4. And to be honest, like, the levels in the SNOO kind of gave me anxiety at first, especially when she was like first born. It's like, wow, this is moving really fast. Is this dangerous? Obviously, there's been a lot of technology that's gone behind it, so I understand that's not the case. Bless you. So I also, you know, I definitely put the cap at level 2 at first, but then within the first few weeks I got super comfortable and I let it go up to level 4, but it doesn't calm her. And you might be like, well, maybe she has some gas, or, you know, she needs a feeding or a diaper change or just some hugs or something like that. But most of the time I pick her up and I hold her and I do the whole, you know, like just holding her and rocking her thing again, and then I put her beside me and she falls asleep for a long time. So maybe she's just a different baby, I'm not sure. My friend said it worked really well with her twins, but definitely with my second baby it has not been working that well. So I'm actually selling the SNOO tomorrow. The good thing about it is that, you know, it does have really great resale value. So if you buy it for 1,800 or 2,000 Canadian, whatever it may be, you can probably sell it for 1,400. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. And yeah, so she's only 2 months, but it honestly really didn't work for us, and that's kind of like the gamble that you take with this stuff. But to me, it's like, if I had a chance again and I had no experience with this, would I get the SNOO again knowing this? I probably would, because there is that gamble. There is that chance that it may work, that 50% chance or whatever it may be, and that's totally worth it, especially when you have 2. And that was my biggest kind of concern when having 2 kids. I wanted to make sure that I had time for the first one as well, and I wanted the second one to get good sleep. And she did the first 3 weeks, so I'll say it did work well the first 3 weeks, but then afterwards it certainly did not. And you know, the app kind of gives you lots of tips and whatnot, which is nice as well. But honestly, it didn't really work for my baby, and the main thing I want to say is that if you don't have the money, like if you're kind of financially struggling, if you're rich, then, you know, do whatever, get 5 SNOOs or whatever else you need. But if you're not in like a super great spot, it might not be the best option. But there are secondhand options. Again, they're pretty expensive. I've seen around $1,400, $1,300 as the cheaper ones for secondhand. But if they're under warranty, that's fine. So for mine, like, it's fairly new, it is under warranty, so the next person's buying it for $1,400, and that makes sense, you know, like, you're buying something that's under warranty, so if something does go wrong, you can always send it to the manufacturer, and they'll fix it and whatnot, although you will be paying probably for shipping and whatnot, so keep that in mind. So definitely, if you have the few $1,000 to $2,000 laying around and you were kind of miserable the first time around, or you think you might be, you just want to be careful the first time around, you just want to, you know how hard it is, then it's a good option, I will say. But again, knowing that it's a gamble. So if you're tight on money, any of that, I would not recommend it. More than anything, personally, I believe, at least from my experience with both of my kids, babies just want cuddles, you know, they just want to be held. Look at her, I'm putting her in her little thing right now to swing her, and she's not into it. She doesn't want to be on the bouncer. She doesn't want to be, you know, swung. She wants to be held. She wants to be cuddled, and that's how she sleeps, you know. That's what she enjoys. That's what babies are. They want you to hold them. So if you can, you know, at night for sure. And that was the thing, you know, during the day the SNOO was helpful, but at night it's like I want to sleep too. So I would just lay down with her. And oh yeah, the last thing, if you are breastfeeding, like, honestly, I find SNOOs, cribs, bassinets, all of that really annoying, because you, like, honestly, when you're breastfeeding, it makes sense to co-sleep with them in a bed, because then you can lay down and breastfeed them and you don't have to get up every time, right? And so I lay down and breastfeed her, and it works for the both of us, and she's not super colicky or anything. In fact, I hold her up like this a lot, and I, you know, kind of like shake her like this, and that's also how she falls asleep. She's not sleepy at all right now, of course. She just woke up. But yeah, so that helps a lot. So with the SNOO, or even any bassinet or any crib, for me personally, I feel like it doesn't work when you're breastfeeding, maybe after breastfeeding. I know with the SNOO, they say that it kind of sleep trains them. I have no idea how that stuff works, because we couldn't even get to, you know, past the 1 month mark, really. Perhaps, you know, it's ideal at that point in time, but we've kind of given up early, and that's just my honest review. It didn't work for us. I've seen a lot of reviews and a lot of websites, and not just videos, but lots of other, you know, written reviews, and people have been like, it's a game changer, it's a lifesaver, you'll sleep forever, you know, you'll be so thankful, all of that. But to me, honestly, that didn't happen. Maybe it will for you, but if you are, you know, looking for something that you think is going to be 100%, in my opinion, this isn't the best option. In my opinion, it's just sleeping next to your baby, which will be probably the best, and which is what they want quite naturally, as they have been in your womb for quite some time. So that's it for my review. If you have any questions or comments, you can certainly leave them, and I'm happy to reply back, because I personally did not like the SNOOs. So if you have any further questions, I'm happy to, you know, give that feedback. Maybe in a while from now they'll invent something even better, who knows, and then maybe that will work better. But I'm definitely not having any more kids, so that's it for me. Thank you.